Hello everybody, Lash Notion here, back for another reaction to My Hero Academia Season 6! Yay! So, the hype is a little bit gone, just a little bit. I'm less excited for Episode 2 than I was Episode 1, weirdly. But, still, I'm quite excited, because, this series is fucking awesome. I'm caught up with the manga, pretty much. I stopped just before we got to, where Season 6 is, so it's a little bit hard because, they rearranged the arcs in Season 5, so I had to judge. I think I stopped, let's see, they did the Shirakumo stuff, they did the Christmas stuff, I think I stopped, and then they did the internship stuff. Where did I stop? I think it was right around when Hawks gave his warning to Endeavor. Somewhere around there. I don't know. Either way, it's before the before this stuff with the hospital started. Which is where we left off, with Mirko kicking in the doctor's door and getting ready to hand out a beating. So I don't know where it's going to go from here. Obviously, things are not going to go smoothly for the heroes, because they never fucking do in this show. But, I don't know. They might capture the doctor, but I doubt it. Obviously, Shigaraki is going to wake up, and he's going to be a hell of a lot stronger. I don't know if he will have gotten back his fingers and, parts of his leg that he lost or whatever. Which, by the way, the manga was a lot more explicit about that, yeah. I gotta say, there's a lot of stuff that the manga did better than the show. There's a lot of stuff that the show did better than the manga, but in terms of that villain arc, the manga did it way better. Not even just, the big things, they cut out entire scenes for the anime, but, the little stuff, the details, like Shigaraki losing the fingers, the character interactions. About the only thing I could say that I liked better in the anime was Twice's ringtone. The fucking fart noises are just too perfect. But other than that, the manga did it better. But for right now, we're not doing that. We're watching this. We're watching this episode. So other than Mirko going nuts on the doctor's ass, let's see. Fucking the other group was storming the mountain facility. I kind of want to see that now. I also realized after last week that we did not see All Might in the episode at all. He didn't appear even once, outside of, I think, maybe a couple of flashbacks. So yeah, we need some All Might. We always need some All Might, but, we need more All Might. Anyways, yeah, let's get started. Let's get into it. I've been waiting for this for far too long. It's been, almost 2 weeks since I think I recorded the last one. Right? Because, yeah, we're only a few days out from Episode 3 coming out. And there's not going to be much of a break between this episode being published and this video being published versus when I publish my reaction to Episode 3. So, yeah. Alright. Starting in 3, 2, 1, and... What the hell? Why is it not... Play? Huh, I don't know why I changed back. Okay, let's do that countdown again, because that totally didn't work. 3, 2, 1, play. Okay, so, before I came back, I went ahead and I looked up Mirko's voice actress. It is not the voice of Ryuko. Not at all. I haven't checked yet to see what else she's been in, but looks like she only recently started doing anime, so not much. Long Horizon. Yeah. Not much else. Certainly nothing that I really would recognize her from. Oh! Oh! She's Harriet in Ruby! I knew... I feel like I've looked this up before, because I feel like that makes sense. Oh, Rabbit Girls. Yeah. Okay. I'm a little bit worried for Ruby as a show because of all the bullshit going on with Warner Brothers and all the recent controversies about Rooster Teeth. Apparently the crew behind Ruby are mostly okay, but like the parent companies are just awful, awful, awful. But that's not what we're here for. My Hero, yeah. Yeah, Mirko, I mean, continues to be awesome. This episode was mainly just action. Yeah, there really wasn't much advancement. Shigaraki is only 70% done, it looks like. So I don't know what effect waking him up early would have. I don't know, would he be more unstable? Would he just be weaker? Like, there's a couple of different possibilities, but like the other possibility is that he, halfway through this arc, this season, whatever, he does get to 100% because they managed to stall enough, and then he busts out and just wrecks everything. Like that is certainly a possibility. Not one that I necessarily like, but it is one. We'll see. But yeah, other than that, Mirko's scenes, like, we got some more insight into her as a character, I guess. Living each day like it's her last, huh? I mean, it's not a bad philosophy, but like, it certainly makes her reckless. But definitely badass. Ignoring that, like, what that Nomu did to her arm is way worse than anything Deku ever did to his arms. Like, good God, it was twisting. Ugh. Gross. I don't know why the Nomu did that to her arm instead of her legs, because she hasn't been attacking much with her arms. But hey, maybe it can only affect arms. I don't know. Some weird powers there. But still, very cool. Very cool fight. And yeah. I was worried there for a second when it first grabbed her. Because, I mean, I don't think they just introduce her and then, kill her immediately. But, like, this is supposed to be a darker arc of the show. So, we'll see. And then, yeah, a little thing there with Charge Bolt. Yeah. Come to think of it, I've always had the whole Denki Jiro ship in the back of my head, so, like, I don't know if that was something that the show was really hinting at. Like, they've been paired up in, like, fights and stuff in the past, but I don't feel like there was ever that much that, like, directly implied a relationship of any kind there. Just, classmates, maybe friends. They snarked at each other a bit, but, like, I don't know. This was a lot more directly like, yes, these two like each other than what I think the show has done previously, or the manga for that matter. So, yeah, it's a little bit weird. Like, writing it, I probably would have just gone for his classmates in general as the ones that he's protecting rather than specifically Jiro, but that's just me. Still, a very cool scene. He got to be a lightning rod to save everybody. Very, very nice. I wish he had a way to like store up that electricity and then re-release it. You know how like Bakugo has his gauntlets that he can store up his sweat in. That sounds gross, but we all know how his quirk works. Yeah, Kaminari should have something else like that as well. A way for him to store up and maybe channel electricity so that it doesn't affect his brain as much. You know? Like, so that way he doesn't have to channel it through his body like as much. I'd maybe put like these storage areas like maybe on like the upper arms. I feel like that seems like a good area, wouldn't restrict movement too much. Yeah, give himself some like big ass shoulder pads that double as electric storage places. Yeah, that seems like a good idea. I mean, the other place is like on his back, but like you don't really want to wear a backpack at all times. It makes it hard to sit down. And obviously, you don't want to put it on your front because then you just look weird. So yeah, your shoulders is probably your best bet for that sort of thing. But yeah, that's an idea. Otherwise, it really was just action. I don't know how many more times I can say that, but I mean, there were some fun interactions with Endeavor and them. And yeah, I don't think I picked it up last time that there were Shiketsu students there, but that tiger guy, like, I'm pretty sure that hat marks him as being from Shiketsu. So it would be great to see Inasa again. I love Inasa. Inasa's like, he's definitely one of my favorite characters from this, just because of how over the top he is. I really wish he was in more of the show. Oh, by the way, yo, remember that scene where he punched himself in the face? Like, yeah, that was actually way better in the manga, because like his expression did not change at all. It was just 3 panels, one of him staring, one of him punching himself in the face, and then one of him staring, but now with a giant bruise. It was amazing. But yeah, Inasa's great. I hope we see him again. Let's see, who else? We could see Kami, I guess, but like, meh. Meatball won't be there because he did not receive his provisional license, so no internship for him. And then, let's see. I think the only other Shiketsu student that we got to see was the hairy guy. So, we could see some of Miss Joke's class. That would be nice. But, yeah. I have a feeling there is going to be a lot to get through with this arc, and that means that we're going to be spending, like... We're going to be spending, like, half an episode with each character, I'd say. At least. Probably. Like, we might... It might pair up some characters, it might extend some sequences, but like I expect this arc to last for a long time, possibly even the entire season, just because of how much there is to do, how many characters there are to keep track of. It's a long one. It is a long one. So yeah, that's it's a little unfortunate because it means that the pace is going to be at a crawl, but I mean, maybe the anime will do some things different from the manga with this one. I don't know. Because I know they've like with the like with the final exam arc in season 2, they changed it so that way things weren't all happening at the same time, I think. And so, yeah, it was different, but I don't know if they'll change anything like that in this season. We'll see. Oh, I almost completely forgot, but yeah, the evacuation going on. We're keeping our main characters out of the story for the moment by forcing them to evacuate people who really should have been evacuated way earlier. Like I guess, I guess that could have alerted some of the League of Villains peoples beforehand if they did it that way, but they could have done it quietly. They could have figured out a way to get the civilians out of the area without alerting people, you know? Like, you have to figure that there are more heroes that do, like, illusions and stuff, so that way you could, make the bad guys think that there are still civilians out and about doing their shit, while in reality there's nothing. I don't know. Either way, yeah, Deku and them are going to be busy with that for a minute. So, God, I mean, in universe, it's only probably been like what 5 minutes since the whole start of all this, because there's just so much happening at this all at once that, yeah, it's probably only been like 5 minutes. God, how long did it took? Like what, 45 minutes in universe for the Shiaya Saikai arc to happen. So for this one, I'm estimating maybe an hour and a half tops. Yeah, it's gonna be a long arc, but a very short in universe time period. Ugh, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be so much fun. Because, like, yeah, like, we also got the return of the main theme there. I can't even hum it properly, but, like, it's the one that is pretty much, I'm pretty sure, called My Hero Academia in the soundtrack. But, like, it's such a good piece of music. Most of the soundtrack is, but, like, yeah, the reason I bring it up is because it's that theme, much like some other pieces of music from early on, is very rarely heard these days. Because it really is mainly used for when other students of UA are doing epic things. Students who are not Midoriya or, well, pretty much just Midoriya. It did get used for Todoroki once. No, wait, no, I'm thinking of something else. But yeah, just about any student who isn't Midoriya doing epic things, or when the students are doing epic things as a group. It also got used for Endeavor, and Endeavor has his own variation on that theme that is specifically for him. But yeah, if they're bringing back old themes like that, I'm waiting. I'm waiting for the official return of Yusei Run, because it has not been in the actual anime since season 2. It's been in the movies, but not the anime. So I'm waiting on that. I'm waiting. Yusei Run is epic. So freaking epic. But then again, we might have to wait a little bit longer, because that piece really is just for Midoriya and his like big hero moments. So, like, yeah, I don't know when we will get that. I would want it to be before Shigaraki's defeat, but we might have to wait. Still. Old music coming back? I'm here for it. yeah, otherwise, I think that's about it. Kind of sucks. I would rather have there been more to talk about with this one, but with it being mostly action, that's like the fourth time I've said that. But whatever. It's true. With the episode being composed that way, there's not that much to talk about. It's mostly just enjoy it and sing its praises, sing the praises of the animators that worked on it, and then head out. So yeah, I guess that's going to be it for this episode. Be on the lookout for episode 3, because I'm recording this with only a couple of days left before episode 3 comes out. So, yeah. I'll see you guys then. Until then, though, bye-bye! That was a weird outro.